right, we're going to take a quick look at my application that I made for Android and iPhones. It's a MAUI app on .NET framework, and it's just a real simple VA calculator to help people estimate, visualize, and understand kind of how the VA math works and what the current associated compensation amounts are for any given combined percentage. So you can see that it's got your dependent information here for everybody's individual situation, whether or not you're married, if you have any dependents who are parents, children that are under 18, or if they're over 18, if they're in school. All that is a little bit different as far as compensation goes. Everything can be inputted one at a time, and it can be cleared one at a time, or you can clear everything at once and then start over. Real simple, like I said. For now, we're just going to throw in a couple things in here just so we have some data. And then we'll talk about percentages. The VA math is kind of wonky. So 50 plus 50 does not equal 100 in terms of how the VA does calculations. Essentially, it's a percentage of a percentage. So 50% would leave you with 50% remaining. So your second rating of 50% would actually only be worth 25%. So half of that remaining 50. So that's 50 plus 50 is a 75% rating with the VA, which rounds up to 80%, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, talk to the VA. But that's how it works, unfortunately. So 50 plus 50 for the VA is not 100. 50 plus 50 is 75. You can see that it takes a little while to actually get to 100% because of the way the VA does the math. I went ahead and included an explanation here on kind of a down and dirty, this is how the VA calculates their combined percentages. A few examples, but for a more robust explanation, visit the VA actual website. They talk about it in depth there. I think they've actually got a video on it that'll help you understand it a little better. You can also link directly to the VA from the app if you want to. But other than that, the app doesn't require any internet connection or it doesn't collect any data, nothing like that. So it's all self-contained. Individual ratings can be removed one at a time. You don't have to worry about which order you put things in. It'll do the math in the background on its own. For the VA, it always starts with your biggest percentage and then works its way down. So it'll sort it on its own. Don't worry about the order you put them in. It'll do the calculation on the back end on its own. So no worries there. If you say you start with, I got a 10% or 20%, and then I got a 60%, it'll still go ahead and do the sort for you and then move the percentages around how it should. In addition, we've also added a tiny little game here in the back end just for something to do while you're bored sitting around. It's the Knight's Tour game. You just got to move the knight around and visit every single square without repeating, and you got to use only official knight moves, which is an L shape. Explain the rules here, but it's a 2x1, up 2 over 1, or up 1 over 2 in all directions. But to win, you just have to visit every single square, and once you visit every single square, you have completed the Knight's Tour. 5x5 is obviously the easier one. I had included it up to an 8x8 for an extra challenge if you want to go ahead and give that a shot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the whole VA calculator app with my silly little game on the back end. So hopefully it helps some of you guys out. For any questions, I've got an email attached to this. You can reach out, find me on LinkedIn, whatever. Hope it helps.